What if I told you? You are not alone, not just in this world, but in countless others. Another version of you exists right now, walking a different path, making different choices, holding knowledge that you have yet to remember. And sometimes, that version of you reaches out. A fleeting thought that isn't yours, but is. A strange déjà vu, as if reality is folding in on itself. A dream so vivid, so real, you wake up gasping, because for a moment, you were somewhere else. These are not accidents. They are echoes from the unseen realms, signs that the veil between worlds is thinning, and a parallel version of you is trying to send a message. The ancient Hermeticists called it the doctrine of correspondence. As above, so below. As within, so without. Quantum physicists now call it the multiverse, a reality where infinite versions of you exist in parallel, their fates entangled across space and time. But here's the hidden truth. You are not separate from them. You are all connected through the great, unseen field, the cosmic web that binds existence itself. And when the moment is right, when the veil trembles, a message slips through. Most ignore it, most dismiss it, most remain blind, but not you. Because if you are here, right now, hearing these words, it means the message has already begun to reach you. And by the end of this journey, you will know the signs, the meaning, the power, and what to do when the other version of you finally makes contact. For thousands of years, the ancient sages have spoken of a truth so profound, so reality-shattering, that it was hidden in symbols, myths, and sacred texts. The Kybalion, the Tao Te Ching, the Vedic scriptures, all echo the same secret. Reality is not solid. It is fluid, a dream, woven by consciousness itself. And if reality is fluid, then it is not one, but many. The Hermeticists understood this long before quantum physics confirmed it. Existence is layered, dimensions stacked upon dimensions, possibilities branching like the limbs of a great cosmic tree. What you call you is not singular. It is a frequency, a tuning fork vibrating within an infinite spectrum of realities. Every choice you make, every thought you entertain, splits reality like a prism of endless reflections. Somewhere, in another strand of existence, another version of you walks a different path. And sometimes, the resonance between these paths grows strong enough to bend the veil. This is where science and mysticism converge. In quantum physics, the many worlds interpretation suggests that every possible outcome of a decision exists in a parallel reality. Physicist Hugh Everett theorized that at every moment, the universe branches, creating infinite versions of itself. And in the field of consciousness studies, Rupert Sheldrake's theory of morphic resonance suggests that memories, skills, and knowledge are not just stored in your brain, but in a greater field of intelligence, accessible beyond time and space. In other words, a parallel version of you can pass knowledge to your present self. The question is, are you listening? Because if a parallel self is trying to reach you, there are signs. Signs hidden in plain sight. And most people never recognize them. Most people will never hear the message, not because it isn't there, but because they have been conditioned to ignore it. From the moment you were born, you were taught to see reality as fixed, as a single, unchangeable timeline. You were given rules, boundaries, and limitations, told what is possible and what is not. That was just a dream. That déjà vu, just a glitch in your brain. That gut feeling, ignore it. Be logical. This is the greatest illusion of all. The belief that reality is only what you can see, touch, and measure. But the mystics knew better. The Gnostics, the Taoists, the Hermetic masters, they all spoke of hidden layers of existence, realms interwoven beyond the veil of perception. They understood that the mind itself is the key to unlocking these realms. Yet, the modern world has severed this ancient connection. Every day, you are bombarded with distractions, endless noise, digital static, programmed thought patterns designed to keep your awareness trapped in the surface layer of existence. This is why most people remain blind to the signs. They dismiss the feeling that something is watching them from beyond the veil. They ignore the dreams that feel too real. They brush off the sudden knowing when an idea, an inspiration, a warning arrives seemingly from nowhere. They do not recognize these for what they are: messages, echoes, contact. But if you are still watching, if you feel something stirring within you right now, then you are not blind. You are beginning to remember. And if you truly want to unlock this hidden power, to hear the messages and understand them, then you must step beyond the illusion. The initiation begins now. If you have made it this far, then you are ready. You are ready to cross the threshold, to tune your mind to the frequencies beyond ordinary perception, to hear the whispers of the other you and finally understand them. But make no mistake, this is not a passive journey. It is an initiation. The sages, the mystics, the ancient masters, they all knew the secret. They all used the same methods to break the illusion and open the hidden channels of communication. And now, you will learn them. The first step is the mirror technique. This is you seeing beyond the veil. The mirror is a gateway, a portal between realities. In ancient mystery schools, initiates were taught to use mirror gazing to access deeper states of consciousness and receive messages from beyond. Try this. Sit before a mirror in a dimly lit room. Light a single candle, placing it beside you. Breathe deeply, relaxing your mind into a meditative state. Gaze into your own eyes, not as flesh and bone, but as a doorway. At first, your reflection may distort. Your face may shift into something unfamiliar. You may even see another version of yourself looking back. Do not break the gaze. This is how messages from parallel selves emerge, through the space between perception and reality. The second step is the dream bridge, contacting through the subconscious. Your dreams are not just dreams, they are transmissions, downloads from the greater mind, from the parallel versions of yourself who have already walked different paths. But most people forget. Most wake up and dismiss the messages before they even take root. To activate the dream bridge, you must train your mind to remember. Before bed, set the intention. Tonight, I receive messages from my highest self. Keep a dream journal. Write down everything upon waking, even if it makes no sense. Look for patterns, symbols, repeating figures. Practice lucid dreaming, the art of waking up inside the dream and making direct contact. Visual. The sleeping figure suddenly opens their eyes within the dream. They are now standing before a glowing doorway leading into the unknown. The third step is tuning into synchronicities, the universe's hidden language. If a parallel version of you is reaching out, the universe will reflect it in your waking life. Repeating numbers 1111, 222, 333 are markers, wake-up calls. Hearing the same phrase, name, or song repeatedly, pay attention. It is a pattern trying to align you. Objects appearing in strange ways, a book falling off a shelf, a bird landing near you, an old photograph resurfacing. These are nudges from the unseen. Nothing is random. Reality is speaking, but only those with awakened eyes will see. The final step is asking the question. Now that you know the methods, there is one final step. Ask. If you seek an answer, if you seek guidance from the other you, sit in stillness. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and say these words. I call upon the highest version of myself, the one who has walked the path I seek, the one who knows what I do not. Send me a sign, a vision, a knowing. I am ready to receive. Then wait, watch, listen. Within the next hours, the next days, something will happen. A sign, a shift, a message. Will you recognize it? or will you let it slip back into the shadows? The message has been sent. The signs have appeared. The connection has been made. But now comes the most crucial part. The part that separates those who merely glimpse the truth from those who embody it. Because knowing is not enough. You must become the one who listens, the one who acts, the one who steps into the higher path that is calling you. This is the final key. 1. The shift in identity. You are already that version of you. The greatest illusion of all is separation. You believe the higher version of you is distant, beyond reach. You believe the parallel you, the one with knowledge, wisdom, mastery, is out there, somewhere in another reality. But what if I told you, you are already them? The only reason you have not stepped into that power is because you still believe you are the lesser version of yourself. But the moment you decide, truly decide, to shift into the identity of the one who knows, who acts, who embodies, reality itself will rearrange to match. This is not magic. This is the science of identity. Neuroscience confirms that your brain cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. If you act, think, and embody the version of you that has already mastered this power, then the brain rewires, the energy shifts, the frequency aligns, and soon, the parallel version of you, the one who has walked the path, becomes the you in this reality. 2. The integration ritual, locking in the shift. Now, you must anchor the shift. Take a moment, breathe deeply, repeat after me. I am the one who listens. I am the one who sees. The higher version of me is not separate. I am that now. Feel the words sink into your being. Let them rewrite the script of your mind. Now, to seal it into reality, write it down. Take a journal. Write in present tense from the perspective of your parallel self. I have already received the message. I trust my intuition completely. I act on the signs the universe gives me. I am now aligned with the highest version of myself. This is how you collapse the quantum wave, how you merge timelines and become the version of yourself who already knows. 3. The final step, walking the path. Now, all that remains is action. If you have received signs, act on them. If you have felt the shift, trust it. If you have heard the call, answer it. And now, a question remains. Will you continue to wait, or will you step into the version of you that was always waiting for you? If you are ready, type, I am ready in the comments. The universe is listening. You were never meant to stay asleep. The signs you've seen, the whispers you've felt, the moments of deep knowing, they were never random. Something has been reaching out to you, a parallel version of you, walking the path you have yet to step onto, a version of you who already knows, who has already transformed. And now the message has been delivered. But a message is only as powerful as the one who receives it. And the universe does not force evolution. The choice is always yours. So, I ask you, will you return to the old patterns, dismissing the signs as mere coincidence? Or will you step forward and claim the path that was always meant for you? The moment you choose, reality shifts. The moment you declare, the universe responds. If you are ready, truly ready, type, I am awakened in the comments. Because once you do, there is no turning back.